3,000 mornings ago and 3,000 nights.
Yeah. Sorry, Ann. Sorry. You know who that car belongs to?
If you're Sidney Raynon, I believe you are, belongs to the credit company.
No. No, it belongs to this boy right here. Meet the vice president in charge of sales for Missy's.
Abby! Just a minute.
You knew the minute that you sent that telegram to your lawyer that I'd come running, didn't you?
I do want a divorce.
Well, why now? You haven't for 8 years.
I'm too old to play games anymore.
Who's the guy?
You know, I said to myself, when he gets the papers, the first thing he's going to think is, who's the guy? There isn't any guy.
Well, if there isn't any guy, what else is there?
My job. It's important.
Abby! Abby, please, I got 10 calls.
I'll be right there. You see?
I see you.
Sid, I have things to do now that are really important.
More important than us. Come on, Ann. After 8 years? I know you better than that.
That does it. I'll get together a bunch of students and start first thing in the morning. Good night, all.
Good night, Old. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Zach. It isn't the end of the world. We're only gathering information. We don't know there isn't a cure yet. And if there isn't, well, you'll get a new start. I'll help you, I promise.
56, a new start? Being what? Delivering groceries down at Sloan's supermarket? I used to think that being a farmer was the best thing a man could be. I was going to send my kids to college. They could be proud and walk down the street, look any man in the eye.
Zach, when I first met you, I told you I didn't know what I could do to help you, but I gave you my word.
But you ain't called a tune around here. It's guys like Sloan and them others at the co-op. Well, they've got theirs, and they're not about to let me get mine. There's a big deal, Owen. The corporate's going to make a pot of money. So one guy gets in the way. Wipe him out, burn his trees. Burn the old man and the kids if you have to. Well, they're not about to take anything from me. I'm not letting nobody destroy my trees. Nobody. No, sir. You can't make me commit suicide. No, sir.
Any ideas? Hey, what you doing here?
I hitched a ride. I couldn't just sit still and do nothing. Last night you said I might be a nematode. Well, what do you usually do when you've got this nematode?
You have to bulldoze and burn almost the whole orchard, Hank. And at least 4 rows of trees all around the blighted area. Unless there's another way. And there's got to be another way. We'll find something. There's new things come up all the time. Listen, don't tell your dad any of what I just said yet, will you?
I won't worry, Dad. I'll just tell him that you'll figure a way out, like always.
Well, how about that? It worked. You know the last time I whistled like that? I was on a ship in the Pacific, and I saw the enemy fleet steaming right at us. And I whistled. And you know what happened? They kept right on coming. Now, has anybody got a problem that can't wait? Because I do have a problem that won't wait. I'll see you tomorrow, all right? I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I don't know what you heard, Mr. Winslow, but... Well, I'm sure Cal has everything under control. Well, I know what Mr. Sloan told you, but... Well, I'll make sure that he does. Yeah, goodbye.
What's all that about Winslow?
Well, he heard about the blight at Laird's.
Well, where is Abby? She was going to head off all these people. I asked you where Abby was.
Oh, well, she ran in for a moment after you left. Yesterday afternoon. Then a fellow drove up in a white convertible Charger. He kissed Abby. They walked over to the park.
Hold it. He kissed her?
Mm-hmm. This may come as a surprise, Cal, but some people do that all the time.
Now, please, don't start up with me today, I specifically told her she didn't call Jose, Simeon, Jeff.
She didn't call anybody. Well, not from here, anyway.
But I told... Kissed her? Who? What fella? Get your book.
I've got my book.
All right, call Washington. Call the experimental station in Beltsville. Call the Department of Plant Pathology in Florida. Find out everything you can about Rodolphus similis. Send the following wire to the pathology department. Universities of Florida, Arizona, Texas, and California.
All right.
Need all available data on the latest methods of controlling spreading decline of citrus.
Okay.
That's all. Oh, listen, call Kenny Thompson, the radio station. Tell him I may want to put that broadcast one day ahead.
All right.
And find Abby.
Yes, sir.
Cal! I want to talk to you.
You haven't seen Abby, have you?
I talked to old Sorensen. The worst, most virulent citrus disease in the world in the grove next to mine. A grove you talked me into leasing to that Okie.
Zach is from Texas, and I didn't talk you into anything. You needed a tenant, you needed one fast, and Zach was available.
Well, there is one way of stopping this thing fast. Bulldozing those trees out of there and burning them. Tomorrow morning, my bulldozers will be at Zach Laird's place.
You seem to be quite positive about something we're all trying to find out.
By the time you find out, this thing could be all over the county.
Eric, we're not talking about just whether we do or don't burn down a few trees.
Well, then what are we talking about?
We're talking about the fate of a man. The fate of his whole family. About our obligation to each other.
All right, now you listen to me, Calhoun. Tomorrow morning, I am going to be bulldozing. Whether you like it or not, and don't you try to stop me. Or you won't be able to get a job cleaning out a cow barn.
Where is Abby? She promised me to keep Eric out of here.
Abby just called. She's still with that fella.
What fella?
The white convertible.
And that's the way it's been for 3 years. I love the country, especially the people. I don't believe there are half a dozen people in the county I haven't met.
You work a lot with young people, huh?
Mostly. That's the best part. I get them before they're old enough to get stupid, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. Abby, if you promise not to laugh, I'd like to ask you a question, but I should know the answer to. It's been bugging me all day, ever since I saw the sign in your office. What are the 4 H's, anyway?
Oh, I guess a city boy like you can be forgiven for not knowing. It stands for head, heart, health, and hands.
Seems fair enough. Certainly not dirty. Abby. Listen to me.
No. No, I listen for too long.
I love you, Abby. I never stopped.
You louse.
Excuse me.
Oh, Cal, this is Sidney Raynor, my husband.
How are you?
And this is...
Everett Calhoun. Yes, I know. Abby just told me all about you. Would you have a drink?
No. No, thanks.
What did you find out at the lab?
Well, it could be worse, but I doubt it.
Any chance of saving the crop?
I don't know yet.
Well, is there any chance of helping Zach?
Oh, Zach.
Oh, Zach Ladd, about a year and a half ago, practically Cal's first week on this job. Anyhow, Zach came into our office, not a cent to his name. His farm had just blown away in a dust storm. A widow and 2 nice children.
Yeah, I should have let him move on. Thank you. But I always figured my real job was trying to help people in that kind of trouble. Anyway, Abby and I found this man a little piece of land. Now he's the tenant of a guy we know.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me. Gotta get something.
Eric came by the office, Abby. I thought you were going to head him off.
I'm sorry.
Winslow called, all riled up. So were several of the other officers.
I said I was sorry.
Abby, I have to go out to Laird's now, and I could sure use your help.
What if I weren't here?
What do you mean?
Cal, there comes a time. Well, I'm not 21 anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm afraid I'm not even 41. And no matter how hard I work all day, there's always that moment when you have to go home to that empty, empty house, and you say to yourself, a woman alone. Well, she's only half a woman. Doesn't matter what you do all day, Abby. At night, you're only half a woman. You see, I sent for him, Cal. I wanted him to come. And what I decide now, that's it. That's what I'll live with for the rest of my life.
Empty house. Welcome to the club. Abby. Would you like me to wait outside?
Cal, will you give me 5 minutes? If I'm not out in 5 minutes.
I'll be in the truck. And, whatever you decide.
You like him?
I liked them the first time.
You remember.
We had a lot together, Sid, for a long, long time. And then, well, the chimes were still playing, but I was alone most of the time. I used to lie awake listening to them, and I'd think, where is he? Who is he with? Are you as pretty as she is? What did you do wrong? And then, Then there was the time you didn't come home at all.
Abby, I'm 50 years old now.
Here, come on in here. Just make yourself comfortable.
Thanks.
You had your breakfast?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I get you some coffee?
No thanks, Nan, nothing.
Eric will be down in a few minutes. Cal,
I know, Nan. Eric is a good husband, and he's done a lot for the county.
he is, and he has done a lot.
I know.
And I love him very much.
That makes him a very lucky man.
Look, I sympathize with Zach Laird, too. Well, what makes you think that you're righter than Eric?
It's what I believe.
Cal, Eric believes just as hard as you do. Survival of the fittest. I mean, he really believes that.
I don't think I understand a man like Eric anymore. Not when there are so many more important things to fight for in this world.
You know, you're very much alike underneath.
Would you excuse us, please, Nan?
Eric, I don't interfere. I mean, well, not usually, but...
Please leave us alone, will you, Nan? Just talked to Simeon on the telephone. He's with a few of the board members. And they want those trees burned. They're going out to Laird's place this morning. And I will be with them. And you are going to make Laird let them do what they want to do right now.
Eric, I don't just work for that co-op. I work for the State University,
the
Department
County
of...
Commission, and the Department of Agriculture, yeah. But not like just any farm advisor, you don't, Cal. Not you. You were raised here. This county is named after your grandfather. That's why I fought against your being assigned here. Now, 150 farmers from your county are going to fight you. Are going to charge you with gross negligence. And they're going to prove it, Cal. Why can't you look at the world as it is? It is rough. And any man who keeps giving and giving and giving and not wanting something in return, that man wants to be destroyed. You just can't seem to get that through your head, can you?
No, I guess I can't get that through my head. I don't guess my grandfather could get that through his head either. Maybe that's why, although your grandfather owned most of this county, it was named after my grandfather.